Hello, hello, hello. This is only going to be a quick one just because I want to correct my wrong. I completely and utterly misread that letter, which is all my doing. I take full responsibility. Unlike some, I'm very happy to admit my wrongs. Hey, my girl, how are you? I still don't take back that Marie's a goddamn liar. 100%, I do not. But I do take back, I completely wrong that letter. Completely misread it. That's what happens when a dyslexic idiot reads a fucking letter. Just saying. The dyslexic moron reads a letter wrong. Shock. But anyway, I just wanted to correct that because I think it's unfair if people don't correct things when they say things that are wrong. And I'm the first to moan about it if people don't correct their wrongdoings. You're a liar too, Joe, just saying. Okay, brothers, if you say so. It's known that Amber called CPS. I believe so, but I'm not 100% sure. I believe that it was known that Amber did that. But again, I wouldn't. But I just want to correct the part that I literally thought that letter was that Marie had called. But I'm more than happy to correct my wrongs, unlike some, but I digress. I think it's best when somebody gets it wrong that they literally come on live and say it if they've said it live, to come on and say, I fucked up, I got it wrong. Not that it will matter with these people, they'll still drag the fuck out of me, but at least I know that I'm good. You said in your last video that it was known that Amber called CPS on Jen. Is that true? I believe it's true. I do. I think it's a known fact that Amber did call CPS, but again, I'm questioning all my knowledge at the minute after reading that wrong. So I question in everything at the moment. Maybe ask Abzi or Jen or someone. Maybe that they'll have thing because I don't know anymore. I'm literally after me misreading that, I could have misread anything at this point, which is quite funny. But at least I'm woman enough to admit that I'm wrong. I read it wrong, shockingly. The dumb dyslexic reads it wrong. Yeah, that's not a surprise, really, is it? Marie's disgusting. Did you see how vile Marie is? I can't believe they can forgive her. If she did, I would not forgive anyone. Me either. I'm with you on that one. I did. She's vile. So I'm not sorry for saying Marie's vile and Marie's a liar. I'm not sorry for that. I'm just sorry that I misread that and said that it was Marie that called CPS when it wasn't. Oh, that we haven't proven. I still think she has, but I haven't got proof of that, so I can't say that. But I misread. As simple as that. They can all drag if they want. That's fine. At least I'm woman enough to come on the live and say that I misread it. I got it wrong. It's not that hard to do. Maybe others should try it. Just say it. Thank you, Mikey. I'm happy to say if I fucked up, I fucked up. I'm more than happy to tell you I got it wrong. I misread it. I don't know how I misread it, but I completely misread it. And that's okay. And that's okay to get things wrong. It's perfectly okay to get things wrong as long as you own it and apologize for it and not just delete and hide it as other people do. I got it wrong. As simple as that. I fucked up. I've come on. I've said it. I've come back and I've retracted it. It is that simple. I think if more people done that, then it would be less fighting. But I'm sure that somebody will go along and like be like, "Oh my God, like Joe's such an idiot." Well, yeah, it doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. I could tell you that myself. I don't understand how her job could be in jeopardy and she still goes online every night, get drunk and act in the fool. I don't know. I can't figure that out either. I wouldn't want my kid going to any school that she is associated with. I'm not kidding. Like never in a million years. You seem sure it was Amber they already knew. Have you heard something? I thought that it was said that, but again, after misreading that, I don't want to say anything because I honestly Joe's fault. It's always fucking Joe's fault. Joe's fault. It's just own it. Do you know what I mean? It's not that bad. Just own it. If you make a mistake, own it. You made a mistake. I read it wrong. I fucked up. I've come back. Job's a good one. It's not that, but others obviously don't take it as that, and they'll run with this now and be like, "Oh my God," and probably take the piss out of my speech or my weight or my looks or whatever. I'm still dying for court. I want somebody to film court. Like, I want somebody to go live at the courthouse and film it. My son has a speech problem, and if I saw someone like that work at my child's, making fun of somebody, stirring, I would go off. Stuttering, I would go off. Same. There's no doubt in my mind that I would not allow my kid to go anywhere near that. We all make mistakes, and we all know you have a kind heart. Thank you, girl. Oh, I literally misread it. I don't know how I misread it, but I did completely and utterly misread the letter. And that's okay. I misread it. I can be thick sometimes. I got dyslexia. I can be an idiot sometimes and read things completely wrong. And I can own that. 100% can own that. It's all about owning your shit and owning your mistakes, you know? And we all make mistakes, guys. Nobody's perfect. We all fuck up. We all make mistakes. And I'm not too proud to come on and say, I fucked up. I made a mistake. I read it wrong. I'm an idiot. I'm a freaking moron. Learn how to read. Boom. Others don't know how to take accountability, right? As soon as I realized I made a mistake, I literally was like, I'm going live. I'm going to correct it. It's easy. It's just, yeah, you look like a fool for a little bit. It's not that bad. Saw you live and jump in. Not sure what it's about. I just wanted to say hi. Hi, Ria. We love you. And I just think if more people did this and like if they make a mistake, just own it. Own your mistake. Say you messed up. Say you're a turd. Say you're a dumbass. And boom. It's over. It's done. If people want to carry on and take that and run with it, then, that's on them. You can't be held responsible for how others take it. As long as you've owned it and you've said, yeah, I fucked up. I read it wrong. I did whatever. I made a mistake. It should be fine. Shouldn't take others to belittle you because you fucked up, Hey, Beth. Everyone was bitching at work, so I walked outside. The heck with grumpy people on a work on a Saturday, right? Oh my God. Grumpy people in work. I'm sure I'll be grumpy later after everybody rips me for being dumb. I'm joking, I won't. I'll think it's funny because they're right. I'm live. No.
I knew you were live, I just thought you shouted.
No, I was just talking. Just talking. Probably loudly.
Mm-hmm.
Ria says, hi, Jackal. He's just got back into the kitchen. My friend's coffee machine broke, so he was trying to fix it to see if he could fix it before buying a new one. But no, it's broken. Broken for good. What is that? Oh my God, Africa. You found the pictures from Africa. Oh my God. Oh, you just find lots of pictures from Africa. That's so cool. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. And again, guys, I'm sorry I messed up. There's not much I can do about it. I messed up. I'm owning it. I'm apologizing for messing up. It is what it is, We all fuck up on times. We all make dumbass mistakes. We all mess up. It is what it is. We can't, I think if you don't own the mistake, then, that's different. But we all have to own our shit. And I fucked up. I fucked up big time. I misread it completely. What did I misjump? I did a video about an hour ago because I thought something that was completely wrong. I misread a letter thinking that it stated that Marie had called CPS or the police, and I was wrong. So I've come on to correct my wrong. No one is perfect. We all do it. Oh, 100%. Absolutely. And it's fine to do things wrong, it's fine. We mess. That just completely booted me out. I apologize. Well, Joe, there's one thing about you. You always admit you're wrong and no one is perfect. Thank you. I 100%. If I fuck up, I'm 100% going to tell everybody. You know, could I have gone and been sly about it and just said on IG or something? Of course, but I made the mistake on YouTube, so I will go to YouTube and I will rectify that mistake. No one's perfect. I fucked up. I said something that was wrong and I corrected it. And I corrected it where I made the mistake. I made the mistake on YouTube, so I corrected it on YouTube. This is why I adore you, Joan. Thank you, Jean. Thank you for the super chat. I just think if everyone did that and everyone corrected their wrongs, there would be less crap, you know, because people could then go, okay, they fucked up, they made a mistake, they owned it, let's move on. Do you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, where most will double down and be like, no, I didn't mess up. No, I messed up. I messed up. It's a big of someone to say they were wrong. Appreciate that, Joe. Thank you, Ria. I'm all about owning my shit. And I literally, I read that so bad. Like, I don't even know how, but I read that so wrong. Got to go back to work. Good to catch you for a minute. Take care. Bye, babe. Have a nice day. Love you, Beth. I just think if more people like owned it, if they make a mistake, own it and own it where you made the mistake. Do you know what I mean? I made the mistake on YouTube, so I own it on YouTube. And I'm not going to just delete it and just ignore it and pretend it never happened, because that's not right either. You know? I completely and utterly misread that letter. I thought it meant that Marie and Amber had called CPS, and I was wrong. I was completely and utterly wrong. I misread something. I don't even know. I'm clearly I was freaking reading a different letter by the seams of it. Got to go and feed my boys. Love you, my girl. Love you too, babe. I'll speak to you later. I'll message you on IG. It is what it is, you know? And again, I'm sorry that I made that error. I made it. It's done. And hopefully, you know, I've apologized and we can all move on from it. If others don't, then that's up to them, you know? I can only do what I can do and rectify the mistake that I made. That's all we can really do in life. Make a mistake, own it, move forward. So how is everyone's weekend going? I know that Beth is in work. Is anybody else in work? I'm literally like, I got to think about what I'm going to have for dinner tonight, and I literally don't even know what I'm having for dinner tonight. I have no idea what to have. I fancy a barbecue, but we didn't get any barbecue stuff, so that's out of the picture. It's nice barbecue weather, for sure. I started cleaning and stopped. It was not fun. Right. I haven't been doing anything. I woke up all snotty, as you can tell by my voice. I got a cold and I'm feeling very sorry for myself and just like, bleh. But I wanted to come back on just to correct my wrong, because I think it's only right. Hey, Chrissa. We are cooking out tomorrow. I'm dying. I'm on call again. Hopefully it's a quiet day. Fingers crossed for you. I'm dying for a barbecue. We haven't had the weather for a barbecue, and it's just starting to break now. The weather's starting to break in, so I'm dying. I want a barbecue so bad. Just woke up. I haven't long woken up. I woke up, saw something, completely read it wrong, Krista. Went live, made a complete twat on myself. And now I've had to come back and apologize and retract my previous live because I'm a twat who misread something. I'm going to take my mum out for breakfast this morning and then take her shopping. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, that's so good. I bet she's going to love that, Jean. I'm going to eat fresh salad and yesterday homemade pizza. That sounds good. Barbecue sounds good. It does, doesn't it? I'm dying for a barbecue. Been there before. I know. I think it's because I woke up with a cold today and I went back to sleep and then I woke up, saw that, read it, and girl, I don't even know how the frig I read that wrong. Like, but I completely and utterly read it wrong, went live, went on a rampage, and now I'm having to retract everything and go, dang it, I was wrong. But I own it. My mum is my bestie. Oh, make the most out of mums. Like, they don't last forever. Like, honestly, I wish my mum was still here. That's awesome, Jean. I don't think we appreciate so much like our mums when they are here to like when they're gone. You're like, oh my God, I'd love to like just have that one more, you know? Lol, at least you own it. I just recently had to own it. I know. Literally, I did it like an hour ago and then I was like, reread and I was like, Joe, what are you doing? Where did you even come up with that? Like, where on God's green earth did you come up with that? So I've had to, and I did it on YouTube. So I've had to come back to YouTube and own that I'm a twat. I'm a big twat who had to own up, and I was wrong. This is what happens. This is why one somebody with dyslexia should always get a second opinion on reading something. Two, don't read something when you've just woken up and you're full of a cold and your eyes are all red and you can't see. Just saying. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Although it's not an excuse, I'm lying. It's just I fucked up. Oh well. It is what it is. I can't help it now. It's done, it's dusted. I deleted it, but I still felt like I should come on and retract it and be the bigger woman and own my shit. I was just saying though, Chris, that if more people did that, there would be less like if you own it, I don't feel like you should get like battered for it. It was an hour. I've owned it, you know, but I'm sure I'll still get battered for it. But I'm just saying I don't think you should. If you've made a mistake and you're willing to own that mistake, but I'm sure I'll still get battered for it, but still. It's done. Good for you, not many of us out there. Exactly. If more done it though, Krista, there would be less hassle because people would be like, okay, fair, they fucked up. Thank you, Ria. Yeah, I was unfair recently. I had to take to Reddit to own it. Yeah, we all have to do it. It happens to us all. But at least we own it, Krista. You know, at least we own our shit. We fucked up. We own it. We move forward on it. There's not much we can do about it. You have to excuse the noise. My next door neighbour's got a motorbike, so he's got a new toy that he thinks he can play with all hours of the day and night. Constantly running the fucking bike. It's definitely, it is, and it is real. It is something that you have to own. But yeah, I'm sure they'll rip it. Motorbike season. I know, like, there's so many motorbikes. We only live in a street with like 20 houses, and then there's no more houses for a little bit. And there's like about 3 or 4 on the street that got bikes, and they rev them like fuck. And then like my brother comes with his bike, and it's like, oh my God. There used to be like YouTube rules. Now it seems no more rules. I don't like that. I miss the old YouTube. Me too, Chrissa. Just, it's just so dumb though. Like it wouldn't have mattered. I bet you any money today, I'm going to get battered, and it wouldn't have mattered whether I own my mistake or not. It wouldn't matter. It's not going to matter to these people. You know, they'll still want to run their mouths and call me dumb and call me stupid and call me the R word, and you know, but what would you rather, me not own it or own it and me say like, yes, I fucked up. What do you want from me? Do you want blood? Do you know what I mean? But I agree. Like, and when I first started YouTube, I remember just by saying Uni's state, oh my God, I got battered so badly just by saying his state. Now it seems okay that everybody can like bloody put out addresses and names and where, you know, not just their state, but their frigging address, like, right? But before, at least you would get credit for owning. Yeah, you don't get credit for owning shit now. But I don't care. I'm still going to own it because that's who I am. And that's my, you know, I'm going to own my shit, and I'm always going to own my shit. A lot like you with that, Chrissa. Do you know what I mean? If we're wrong, we're going to own it. And if they want to then still go on and full on abuse, then, you know, that's on them. YouTube has just changed so much. Like CPS calls, police calls, calls to jobs, and it's like, geez, man. And we thought, what, like me saying like Uni's state back in the fucking day was bad. It's like, oh my God. It's very annoying. Yeah, this is out of hand. I'm glad I don't have kids because these people don't care. Same, Carissa, same. I'm glad. It must be scary though, like, you know, like with Jen's kids and Amzi's kids, like Amzi's kids are little, like, you know, they shouldn't have to, all the bigger kids, none of them should have to like speak to CPS about stuff that their parents have done online or said online, you know? That's heartbreaking. And I think you said something right really good the other day. I was watching your live, and it was off after you were live, obviously, because I was asleep. But you turned around and you said something, I think, that 100% says a lot. You said something along the lines of, and don't take me word for word, but it was something along the lines of, it's unfair on these kids because we need these kids to trust these people. And if they're coming, especially like Amzi's little ones who are going into school and stuff now, could be untrustworthy of the system because of these calls. And I think you're dead on the money, is we want the children to be able to go to adults and say if something's wrong. But with these crappy calls, they could be fearful of going. Do you know what I mean? And I think, and that stood out of everything you said, that stood out to me, that was, I'd never thought of it like that. And I was just like, wow. Hi, good morning, Angela. Yeah, Barry, I'd be scared if my kids breaks my heart for Ramsey's boys. And they're so little, and we don't know at that age what they remember and stuff. And like you said, Chrissa, you remember all them things. You remember that happening to you when you was little. And why would we want children to be fearful? We want them to be able to, if there is an issue, go to their teacher, go to somebody in authority. But if these calls continue, there isn't going to be anything, they're going to be scared of authority because of what they've had to deal with. And that breaks my heart. That really does break my heart, because if these kids ever were in a situation like that, they wouldn't have nowhere to go, because they wouldn't trust the system. They wouldn't trust anything about adults, because every adult have lied and stuff. They won't trust authority. Exactly that. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It's a good point. It's good to point that out, Chrissa. Yeah, exactly. I watched it, and that one thing sort of really hit hard for me and hit home, and I was like, wow, yeah, I never thought of it like that. I never thought that, we want these children to be able to go to authorities, if something, God forbid, ever happened to them in life, that we want them to be able to trust the authorities. And I was saying earlier, Chrissa, when I gave my statement about being abused, my statement to the police and stuff, I was in my late 20s, and it was, swear down, probably one of the worst things I've had to go through. Just sort of speaking about it, putting it into words. And I can't even imagine, like, say, Jen's kids being asked those sort of questions. Just must have been horrific. These CPS calls are uncalled for. That hurts the children. CPS is called. Amber, Jen, and Amy have done nothing wrong. 100%. And it shouldn't matter. Like, I've got a big mouth. If I had children, should my kids be punished for my big mouth? No. Just the same as Jen or Amzi or anyone else. Do you know what I mean? We should be able to say what we want to say on live without thinking, oh my God, my kids are going to be punished for this. I know the question told me things I don't know about that age. It's just scary. It hurts my feelings for these children, because these kids, they are just like Amzi's boys are babies. Like, they're tiny. They're little boys. They shouldn't even have to think about CPS, or anything like that. They got a parents, they're together, their marital situation is nobody else's damn business. And Amzi having to explain it all the time is nobody's damn business. You shouldn't have to explain anything about her marriage to anybody. It's her marriage. There's two in that marriage, and that's between them two. And then you got up to Jen's kids that are, 15 and 17, being asked really bad questions. Like, my daughter's 27, and I wouldn't want my daughter at 27 being asked those sort of questions. The children, no matter what age, the ones who suffer. Exactly. Them boys are happy, and that's what's important. Amen. Children should not be mentioned. They need to be left alone. Jen's kids are teenagers, but still traumatizing to them. Exactly that. Like, my kid's 27. I wouldn't want my kid to have to answer questions like that. And she's 27. She's a grown-ass adult. But I still wouldn't want her answering questions like that. That would hurt my heart. And it does hurt my heart for them, you know? And that's the thing, like, it doesn't matter what age these kids are. Like, they're still our kids. They're still babies to us. Do you know what I mean? They're still our little ones, even though they could be like mine, 27. I still treat her like she's a fucking baby. It drives her nuts. Absolutely drives her nuts. But she is just like, Mum, really? I'm like, yeah, don't go on that. Like, she's a thrill seeker. It drives me nuts. Like, this, she's still my baby. Like, I still see her as my little baby, and she'll go on these rides, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like to my husband, put your hand over her, make sure she don't fall out. And she's like, Mum, I'm an adult. I'm like, yeah, so I don't care. You're my baby. I'm just sad. It's just sad, and it makes me sad that these, I don't know. Mine are 26, 28, and 30, and I still baby them. It's bad. Angela, I'm with you. Like, honestly, my daughter's forever of saying, like, stop babying me. I'm not a baby anymore. I don't care. You're my baby. And I don't care what an adult does to me. It doesn't make me want to report the kids when it's uncalled for. Krista, I said earlier, for me to call social services on somebody, especially as I do not trust social services, I'm sorry. I know that they do good things, but I don't trust them. I'm sorry, I don't. So for me to call social services on a family, it would have to be bad. It would have to be, I've seen it with my own eyes and heard it with my own ears. Do you know what I mean? Then I would. But it would have to be something bad for me to do that. Like, I walk past people's houses and they're screaming at their kids. I'm just thinking, oh my God, that woman's at her wit's end, lover. I don't think, oh my God, she's abusing her kids. I'm thinking, yeah, those kids are about to die. Like, joking, obviously. It drives my kids nuts. They will always be my babies. Exactly. I don't trust either. I was put in worse place. Yeah, I just don't. I don't trust social services. And that's wrong. I know, like, they do good things, but I don't trust them because I feel that they don't always, sometimes they mess up, and sometimes they put kids in bad situations. Sometimes they take kids that don't need to be taken. Do you know what I'm saying? A friend of mine, she had her kids taken just because there wasn't much food in the house. It was like 2 days before payday. Like, of course, there's no like fresh vegetables in the house. And she had a fight. It was like 4 months before she got her children back, all because there was food in the freezer, but there wasn't like fresh vegetables, or there wasn't fruit in the house. It was like 2 days before payday. Like, I think everyone's house a couple of days before payday has not got all the niceties in their house anymore. I was in foster homes that ain't monitored well either. Yeah. I think a lot of foster homes are not monitored. Yeah, I think a lot, which is sad because I think foster homes should be monitored more than anywhere. I know here, I don't know whether you have them there. They're called children's homes. So there would be like maybe 10, 20, 30 people, and then there'd be staff looking after the children in like a group home. And a lot of those back in the day were notorious for sexual abuse, like really bad, notorious for it. Some foster parents do it just for the money because they get X amount of money for each kid, and they do it to boost their income. They don't care about the children. They do it to boost their income, which is bizarre to me. But they're so desperate for foster parents that I don't think they look too deep, as long as they haven't got a criminal record and they've got room, you know? My sister was in foster home and she felt like she was a paycheck for the foster parents. Yep. Yeah, a lot do it for the money. A lot. One here, she lives in my street. I'm not going to name her because I want to punch her in the face. I don't get on with her. She's the only one in the street that I literally do not. She won't even look at me. She does it because she doesn't want to work. That's why she does it. She admits it as well. I don't want to go to work, so I'm just going to do this because I can't be asked to go to work. And it's just like, oh, okay then. So you can be a lazy fat heifer. Like, bitch. I don't know. How sad is it though that people do it just for the money? Because I don't know about there, but here they get like clothing allowances, they get like £1,000 for having the child there. They get other allowances as well, and they get free stuff, free taxis and free Ubers. And it's like, what? No. It's just annoying, absolutely annoying. And like heartbreaking that that child sits there and knows that they're just a cash cow. That's all it is. Like, how must that make a child feel that they are just a cash cow? Like, that's horrific. Really sad. It's like 500 a kid and food stamps like 200 per kid. Wow. They get a lot of food stamps too. That's crazy. Is that weekly, Krista, or monthly? They get clothing allowances and stuff like that here as well. Like they get like clothing allowances and everything monthly. Yeah, that's like here. They get like 1,000 food allowance, utility allowance, food, clothing allowance, etc. Yeah, that's like here. Yeah, they get that here. Are you going to Brothers? Okay. Yeah, here too, Joe. It adds up quite a bit. Yeah. But they are like 5 kids per home, I think, depends on the size of the home. Oh my goodness. We're talking about fostering. That's crazy. I'd love to do it, but I can't be trusted. Some kid comes and tells me their mummy does something or their daddy does something. I'd be like, so where does mummy and daddy live? Tell me exactly where they live. Auntie Jojo will go and give them a good hiding. I know, it's just so sad. I know, it's just so sad. But they've been through the fucking mill, like, you know. Hey, I'm listening to you. I was listening to your other live, didn't realize you were on. I private today because I was wrong, Patty. I was wrong. I made a mistake, so I had to come and rectify my mistake. I was watching one, I watch them on YouTube, and I was watching one that this like bachelor copper, this like hard faced copper was like, didn't want kids, didn't want anything, would like teach young kids boxing and stuff. And there's this little boy that didn't turn up one day, and he was like, that's just weird. He went and found him, ended up like realizing that they were in a bad situation. ended up that he ended up adopting the 2 boys. It was so cute. I was like, oh, that's so cute. How are you, my Patty? Yeah, they do. It does definitely does add up. It adds up here for sure. And like we don't have food stamps here. You just get given money. It was so cute. You have to go and watch some on the YouTube. It literally fills your heart. There was one, a little girl, a police officer got a call, and you've seen on his cam that this little girl was black and blue. She was about 4 years old, 3, 4 years old. And this police officer stayed with this little girl, went home and said to his wife, I want her so bad. Like, I want to bring her home. And then the next day he phoned social services, the caseworker, and said, can you put my name down so I can go and see her? And the social services asked him if he would think about fostering her because she was asking for him. And they've ended up adopting, and now he's like, the whole family adore her. Waiting to get into work as usual. You're always last day to work, Patty. It's so cute. You have to have a look at them. Some of them are just like so freaking cute. Absolutely adorable. So cute. Oh, right. I'm gonna get off anyway because I need to think about food. Um, again, I'm sorry, I completely misread that. My apologies. I can't do anything than take it back and apologize, right my wrongs. But if, if people don't accept that, then that's on them, not on me. I've done my part and I've said that I'm sorry. I completely misread it. But I hope everyone has a great day. Don't forget to go and sub to Krista if you haven't already. Her link is on my community tab. If you haven't already, I'm sure you all have, though, just in case. And again, I'm sorry that I put the video out without reading it correctly. That's completely on me. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye, guys. Thank you.